Good morning, and welcome to the Deal Room Live, the daily real estate deal tank powered by Titan Impact Group, a global leader in AI-driven real estate investing and funding, where the real estate world meets speed, precision, and profit. And bring us your deal so we can put it into our AI model that analyzes and structures real estate deals in minutes, generates all the docs you need to get the deal done, and gives you a verified, unbiased breakdown of due diligence report. The investors get the advantage of getting fully vetted AI analyzed deals that cut their due diligence time down by 60%. So you're in the right place. Let's open the deal room now and get into today's opportunity. My name is Tommy D. I am the co-founder of the Deal Room. It is hosted by Landshark Mastermind, which is a trifecta of genius. You have a developer, you have a doctor of science, and a researcher, and you have a community liaison, good enough to become the mayor of Yuma, the city down by the border here in Arizona. I'm talking about the great Roman Rubio. He is our co-founder. We also have Dr. Neng Chan, who is our second in command. I am humbly the third part of this co-founding team. The product of this is what we call Deal Hunter by Landshark, and what that is it's an AI model that is built to be an investor's personal assistant. It will be able to do everything you need, including act as a real estate agent, real estate broker, mortgage broker, deal maker, banker, an investment partner. It'll become your title company. It'll become your legal aid. It will produce documents. It'll do all kinds of wonderful things for you. So Deal Hunter by Landshark is what we use here in the deal room to run deals. We have investors that are coming to these meetings after we've posted them. They're watching the deals that we present. This week we've not really got into much presentation. We've been doing a lot of experimentation with this podcast to understand our audience and what they may be looking for. So today, what we're going to do is another experiment with AI. We yesterday introduced CatherineBell.ai, which was a great experience. CatherineBell.ai is is part of our sponsorship team, and Catherine Bell, who is the CEO of the Titan Impact Group, they are the sentinels of the American dream. They leave every person, property, and community better than they found them. And Titan Impact Group is led by the wonderful Miss Catherine Bell. You can go and chat with CatherineBell.ai. It is her AI clone. And that's part of the experiment we're going to do today, is that we're going to bring Catherine Bell's AI together with Deal Hunter, and we're going to let them have a conversation one-on-one. We'll see how that works out. But before I break off into that, I want to finish up on how to get a hold of Catherine Bell, because Catherine has Titan Impact Group is a real estate investment company, and they do a variety of things and great things. And one of the branches that Catherine's going off into now is the world of AI development and consulting. Catherine has used AI to raise over $50 million. She has written books on this, and she is always looking for ways to collapse timelines and scale people rapidly. So with the use of AI, Catherine has been able to come up with a package that is great for CEOs, individuals, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, that really help bring together how to get into the AI world with yourself personally and with your company. So we're going to demonstrate a little bit of that today for Catherine, and we are going to do that using our AI model, ChatGPT model called Deal Hunter by Landshark. And if you don't know how to utilize that, we're going to take a look at it real quick here. If you go over to the GPT store and you click on Exploring GPTs, you can type in the name Deal Hunter by Landshark, and it'll propagate the list and bring you to a spot where you can start to have your conversation with this amazing AI model. So when you start your chat, you'll be able to either pick from a list of different different things that Deal Hunter does, so you can begin to explore it, or you can just dive straight in into having a conversation with it, which I think we're going to do right now. So um, let me let me see if I can get Catherine on the CatherineBell.ai on the phone real quick. So um, there we go. Let's see. And if you want to know how this works, you just go right here to CatherineBell.ai and start having the conversation. Oh, it's funny. It just said that I've used up all my time with Catherine Bell. I have to try again at the end of the month. So that's interesting. All right. Well, that's a little bit of the sidetrack today. Let's see if I can use a different account. I'm gonna try to do it with my. I got a couple accounts. No, never fail. Never worry. We'll get there. Let's see. Let's start this call. And nope, blocked. I am blocked from using the AI clone. Damn. Okay. Well, that's a bummer. When I click on it, I'll go to start the call, and I'm going to sign in with my Google, with my Schmoogle Doogle. Oh, I tried that one already. Let's see. Let's see. Start to go. Boom. Oh, you've used up your available quota with Catherine Bell. Talk to her again next month. Well, that what that means, folks, is that I need to quit abusing the freedom of AI and jump over to here to meetcatherinebell.com, right? And here we are. We'll have to schedule a call with her because I definitely have used up all of my free time to be with Catherine. So um, down here, we've got a lot of great information there for her, what you can do to get in and learn stuff. She's got great webinars every week. She's in here on Fridays hosting the Deal Hunter by Landshark. So, um, but these are all the different books she's written. So, Wealthwise Women's Playbook, the complete guide for women that want to be wealthy. And then she's got the complete wealth book, Conquer Fear, Build Freedom, and Leave a Legacy. Another one, number one Amazon bestseller on the international list. She's got the Commas to Impact, Building Wealth That Makes a Difference, Raising Capital with AI. Her and Peter Swain wrote that book together. And if you don't know Peter Swain, he's got an amazing program. And then another co-authored book by Catherine is The Chosen Forever, The Power of One Yes, a book about how creating families, forever families for foster children is a very important thing for her. So Catherine's got an amazing list of people that she's worked with in the past, and they've all said some amazing things about her. So make sure you go to her website, meetcatherinebell.com, check out what she's got going on, and get engaged with how to be on her team or in her biosphere. So a lot of great information. There you go. Just fill that out right there before you go, and boom, you're ready to go. So amazing stuff. So check her out. We're going to jump back over to GPT. I thought I had the opportunity to do some stuff here, but it looks like it fell to the wayside. All right. Well, I lost my co-host because CatherineBell.ai is not available to me today. So I have no plan for a backup. And so, to do, we're going to have to figure some shit out. Well, why don't I work on some stuff that I need to get ready for Catherine. We were talking about $100 million deal in trying to put together a plan for this. So let's see here. We need to make a deal room set of documents. $100 million stabilization fund. More questions about it for draft. All right. And so what it's able to do, if you've never used projects folder before, this is something that Catherine's very proficient at. She teaches you how to utilize your new project folder and create projects that can go in and do things. Um, Sometimes the internet's kind of wonky slow. So, mhm. We're just gonna put on music so that because I don't feel like talking. I'm just gonna sit here and work on stuff. So we're gonna listen to motivational shit.
They're so engrossing. You know, if you get out of high school, you don't know what to do, and then you start playing video games and you're on social media, a day can slip by like that. Yeah. A day becomes a week, becomes a month, becomes a year. Before you know it, you're 30. Yeah, right. And you haven't done shit. Yeah. And that's really common. That's really common today. And I don't think we can ignore those factors, the factors of engrossing distractions. You just go out and do stuff. I always tell people that about working out. Like, fuck your motivation. Fuck your motivation. You need discipline. Because
fuck your motivation. Fuck your motivation. I like
most days. Wow, some days, yeah, sometimes I got motivation. Sometimes I'm like, fuck yeah, today I felt good. I can't wait to get to the gym. But a lot of days, like, gotta get to the gym. And then once I get going, then I feel great. Yeah, I feel great when it's over. But it's that beginning part that's hard because your body wants to stay comfortable. You're not even motivated yourself. Like I want to wake you up at 3 o'clock in the morning. And go, come on, man, we're going running. Like I want to see what you do when you're tired. Let me see how you push yourself. Come on, man, get up again tomorrow. Get up again tomorrow. Get up again tomorrow. The next day, get up. Keep going. How long can you maintain a positive attitude? As much as I like to use like the term "that was perfect," there really is nothing perfect in human beings. There's always room for improvement. There's always a shorter path. There's always a quicker victory. There's always new things to learn. And as soon as you start thinking that you've mastered something to the point of an end, like you kind of missed out what it's all about in the first place. It's all about you're constantly uncomfortable. You're supposed to be constantly uncomfortable. Everybody just wants to be comfortable. Everybody wants to sit in the car. I don't want to go outside. It's cold. I don't want to do this. It's hot. Like you've got to do things that you don't want to do because you show your body that your mind is the boss. Your mind is telling your body what to do, and then you have control. Your attitude has a giant effect, not just on your life, but on other people's lives around you. That's the other thing about it. Those I can't catch a break guys. Yeah, get them the fuck away from me. I can't be around those guys. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't buy it. Because everybody has bad breaks. Yeah. I've had a shit ton of bad breaks. But you know what I did? I stayed up. Yeah. And I thought through it. And I figured out what the fuck I did wrong. And then I went back. When people ask me, like, why does he do all these things? Like, what is the motivation here? I go, he's on a mental journey that very few people have ever been on. Because what people don't understand you, or they misunderstand you, or they purposely misinterpret the way you're living your life. You're trying to understand your mind in a way that very few human beings ever get to understand their mind, because you're taking your mind into these terrible, dark places all the time, and you're trying to pull things out of that. You're trying to learn things about yourself and about your potential from that. That's exactly it. And that's what people don't understand. It's like I fucked up everything I've ever done 100 times. There's no other way to do it. And I've had a bunch of shitty breaks. Everybody has. But you got to realize when you have those shitty breaks what that is. It's an opportunity for you to reassess, reboot, get better, figure out another way, find another way through. It's just little challenges. And the people that look at those challenges go, why do I always have these challenges? They're cancer. Those people are dangerous to be around. They will rob you of your enthusiasm. They don't give you any fuel. They're the opposite of fuel. Yeah. Like the fuel people, they're the people that are kicking ass. The people that are out there just fucking hustling, always getting things done. The fear is never reaching your potential. That's it. They're always falling short, always quitting before you're done, always procrastinating, always not doing the right thing. And then one day you're an old man. Yep. And you look back and go, God, I could have been great. Yep. Great. Bro, you gotta fucking stop. You gotta stop with those I can't catch a break bullshit. All the time you were complaining, you could be instead hustling. You could be instead chasing your dream. You could be instead figuring out what you're doing wrong, trying to improve certain aspects of your life, getting your shit together, reading a book, meditating, something. Fucking something. But this I can't catch a break shit is not helping anybody, and it pushes everybody away from you. But some people, they get caught in that pattern. And it might be their parents, how they were raised. Somebody might have told them they were useless real early on. It's stuck, and they never feel like they get enough reassurance. They never feel like they get enough motivation, and they feel like other people get more. They look at all these other people. How come he gets that? How come she gets this? How come he's got that going on? The opportunity takes place usually when you're young and you don't have any responsibility. That's when you have your options. Well, your options are severely limited the more you gather responsibilities. Like if I had to, as a 51-year-old father of three, a married man, pays taxes, has a house and a mortgage and a business and all that jazz. If I had to quit everything now and struggle the way I struggled as a stand-up comedian, it would never work. But the only way I could be this person now is if I took that chance when I was 21, when I was dead broke and had my cars repossessed and all that stuff. That's the only way you ever get where you want to go. And that's what social media is. It's dessert. It's candy. It's things that are kind of fun up to a point. But you just got to know what that point is and how to manage your own attention span and just also have sovereignty over your mind. You have to control your mind. You have to be able, like, if your mind starts getting anxious, okay, I know we're getting weird. It's time to work out. Okay, I know maybe we should meditate. Maybe we should do this. Maybe we should do that. Don't just keep scrolling. You have to take a path that's dangerous. And most people want to take the safe path. The safe path leaves you stuck in quiet desperation almost every time. It's hell. It's hell. You're selling insurance or some other shit that you care zero about. Most people don't have that kind of self-control and discipline. They don't have to. All most people have to do is when the alarm goes off, get up, wash yourself, brush your teeth, eat something, go to work. Do whatever minimal amount you have to do to keep that job. And then the bathroom breaks and whenever no one's looking, look through your phone, be distracted, come home, watch Netflix, go to sleep, repeat. That's most people. So they don't have to do anything because they haven't set up their life in a way that requires serious attention and an objective sense of your perspective and your interaction with humans and the way the world is working. They don't have the time. They don't. They have family problems, job problems, their car's fucked, something's wrong with the house they gotta fix. The way you can change is you have to put aside enough money to give yourself a window. And then you have to have a plan. And you have to spend all your waking hours outside of whatever shit job you do planning your escape. And you have to come to the realization very clearly that you fucked up. You got yourself stuck. So whatever you're doing, you have to do it like your life depends on it. And whether it is you're trying to be an author and if you're gonna try to be an author and you're working 8 hours a day plus commuting plus family responsibilities or whatever else you have, whatever time that you have to attack like you're trying to save the world. You're trying to save your life. You don't want to drown. That 1.5 hours a day that you have to write, god damn, you better be caffeinated and motivated. You gotta go. You got to get after it, and you got to have discipline. Most people don't have those things. Most people don't understand what it's like to really go for something. No, the consequences of not doing that are horrific. People are immensely distracted. So what social media does for them is it gives them a brief rest from their own problems to just look at some drag queen reading stories to kids and get outraged, or some new thing that's going on with some girl that made some crazy video and now everybody's talking about it. Like, it's just most people don't have much discipline and they don't have to. And they've gotten through life being overweight and eating processed foods and drinking too much and smoking too much and taking all kinds of pills to mitigate all these problems that they have because they've not taken care of themselves. So they're on anti-anxiety medication, anti-depression medication, and anti-this and that. They're trying to lose weight, so they're on Ozempic, and that's most people. The slide off is the hardest part. Yeah. Like, the discipline is very hard, but the slide off, it's so hard to avoid the slide off. When you're used to eating bad food and fucking around, staying up late and drinking, like all that, it's really hard to be disciplined and just to say, no matter what, even if I travel on the road, I gotta get workouts in because I try to lose ground. One of the things that people always look for in life. They look for a point where they can break. They love the idea of struggle. It ends, and then when it ends, it will have a nice. It must end. Yeah, the suffering must end. Yeah, you should relax, man. You've done so much. That's right. You've really done so much. But the idea of reaching this golden year it's a very flawed idea, because it's an idea that you're gonna work hard, but then you're gonna reach the finish line. But there's no finish line. It doesn't exist. It's just hard when you're when you're not where you want to be in life. And if you're listening to this and you're just not satisfied with your position in life, it's hard to think that way. All you want is that thing, but you gotta somewhere along the line figure out how to enjoy yourself. Somewhere along the line, figure out how to just go as hard as you can, but also enjoy it. Try to enjoy it, because that changes the whole tone of the experience, and I think that makes you more successful. Because you have more energy, you have more focus, and you collect better energy around you from other people. They feel your energy. They're inspired by the way you live your life and how you treat people and what you do, how you do things, and they want to do a similar thing. They want to do something that makes them feel that way, and they want other people to feel that way as well. And it's got the butterfly effect. It just goes through all the people that are around you. People make those excuses. It just drives me crazy, because I've seen examples. I've been very fortunate that I have good health, but I've seen many examples, and I've also been very fortunate that I never got out of shape. I just kept working out my whole life. But I've seen people that are fat as fuck, 350 pounds, just barely can get around. And then they decide, I'm going to take control of my fucking health. And then they just do it. They just do it. And even if you just got to walk around the block, even if you walk up flights of stairs, even if you just do a push-up, even if you do a sit-up, just do something, man. Do some body weight squats. Do something. It can be done. But people need a thing to get them going. Right, they need a thing. Right, they need a goal. They need like it's well. Sometimes the first step is the hardest. Like it's hard to take that 1 million step too, but sometimes the first step is the most. Something about the they start going over their phone. They start calling people. They don't get out of the house. Right, and there's something about procrastination. It's like, it's painful. You should be doing things, but you just keep doing it. You got a good day in. Yeah. That's sometimes all you need to do and decide, this is what I do from now on. I have good days. Yeah. Tomorrow's going to be another good day. And then I'm going to force myself into another good day. And the next thing you know, I've got some momentum. Right. You got some momentum. You can change everything. You have to make mistakes. You've been there. You feel it. You understand what it is. And then you have that time to adjust. That's why losing in life is so important. Whether it's getting dumped, getting fired, losing a game, loss, those feelings where things didn't work out your way, that's important, because it lets you know this is the bad feeling that comes when it goes wrong, and you improve, and then it makes the good feelings of victory all the better. And I mean that, in the relative sense, like even getting good at something, forget about victory, like making a terrible book that gets rejected by every publisher, and then writing a really good one and people accept it, and you're like, fuck, I got better. Yes. Like that's feeling. Interesting, yeah. Those feelings of failure are really critical for your motivation. I've felt many times in my life, I've felt like I could slip the wrong way, and I see it. I see the dark hole, and I go, fuck that, and just go the other way. The problem is when people fall into that dark hole, they think that defines them, but it doesn't. Right? It doesn't define you. It's just you right now. You could be totally different tomorrow. You're a human being. You can think. You can adjust. And there's so much inspiration. It's one of the beautiful things about your Instagram page and many, many other Instagram pages is that you can take, if you curate your feed correctly, you don't follow a bunch of knuckleheads, you can go to your Instagram or to whatever social media platform you like, and you can go and check out a lot of cool shit. Oh man, and you feel good about it. You get fired up, and you want to do good with your life. Look, there's a lot of ways you could look at bad events. You can say a bad event is just who you are. You just have bad events, and you're a fucking loser, and life hates you, and God hates you, and look at that happening to Mike again. Can't fucking believe it. There's a lot of guys who go through life like that, And, they can say that they seek comfort in lowering the standards that they expect out of things. So when things go bad, they say, well, I fucking knew it. For them, it alleviates some concern about what's going to happen in the future, because the future is always dog shit. So by doing that, they've taken away the fear of succeeding, the fear of overcoming, the fear of improving, the fear of getting better as a human being. Yeah. If you just exhibit the same patterns, you fall into those patterns, whether it's alcoholism or gambling addiction or sex addiction. People fall into those because they're accustomed to it. It becomes a normal part of your life. I think that's a scary thing for people, is to recognize that they're on a bad pattern and to say, okay, I have to stop drinking. How do I do this? What steps do I make? Like, I know it's not determinism that makes David Goggins run harder than anybody else. Yeah. It's will. Yeah. It's 100% will. His knees are destroyed. Yeah. It's only will that just gets you up off the couch if your knees are destroyed and you run a tidy 30 miles that day. Yeah. That's not determinism. Yeah. That's bullshit. Yeah. If it was determinism, there'd be tons of those guys out there. There's only a small Cameron Haynes, small little fucking handful of these like psychotic people who have incredible will. World champion fighters. Gordon Ryan in jiu-jitsu. Like like Gordon Ryan works out every fucking day of the week, 365 days a year. It's luxury that's provided to you by a life that's fairly safe. People that live in war-torn countries and have very difficult lives, they don't have that luxury of just sitting around all day and doing nothing and, I go outside and run errands. That's going to make me feel better. You're dealing with, like, real stress. That's right. And I think that there's an expression that someone told me once, and I say it all the time. The worst thing that's ever happened to you is the worst thing that's ever happened to you. If it's you got a dent in your car, or it's your parents get killed in a car accident, either one of those things is the worst thing, depending upon the level of whatever stress or anxiety or horrible things that you've experienced in your life. That sort of measure, that's your watermark for what you can and can't tolerate. If you want to be really great at something, you kind of have to be out of your fucking mind, but you also have to have an iron will. Yeah. You don't want to work out every day. Yeah. There's going to be days you just want to eat cake and sleep. Yeah. But if you want to get past the guy who eats cake and sleeps, you don't eat cake, you don't sleep. Yeah. That's will, dude. That's will. There's people out there that are just working harder than everybody else, and they're going to keep doing it. Yeah. And that's their grind. Mm-hmm. And those people are super valuable. Those people are so valuable. The Marvin Haglers of the world, the Rocky Marcianos of the world, like, those are very, very valuable people. Yeah. Because they change everybody's perspective of, like, what's possible, what to strive for, and what it takes. Mm-hmm. Like, do you really want to be a champion? Why? Because you just want to be cool? You want to be the coolest guy in the block? Like, you're not going to win. You're going to find some fucking psychopath who just lives it. Mm-hmm. It's their whole life. And if it's not your whole life, get out. This conversation is such a blanket conversation. And when you're talking about people's personal experiences, their personal depression and trauma, people are always very quick to sort of accentuate the negative aspects of whatever they've gone through. No, you're talking about, but mine was worse. Right. But mine was this. Right. Mine was unbearable. Mine was the, and I think that's something that our society, for whatever reason, encourages. Of course, you don't feel like doing it. Of course you don't. It's hard. Whatever it is. Could be a workout, could be a run, could be starting on a project, could be doing the
Joe and David Goggins talking motivation to discipline mindset. This is a great session right here.
When that alarm clock goes off at 4 or 5 in the morning, your mind says no. You just say, this is what we do. It's what we do now. Because to get to where you want to go, the amount of pain involved, I'm not saying physical, I'm not saying you got to break yourself off. The amount of mental pain of how many times you're going to have to do something that you don't want to do to get to where you want to go is going to be, there's going to be more times you do something that you don't want to do than you are going to want to do it. rationalize and you justify and you make excuses like a high-priced defense attorney trying to win the case for weakness. And boy, I'll tell you what, that lawyer in your head is good, real good. He's got all kinds of legalese in his pocket that he's going to throw at you. He's been doing this for a long time. And I hate to tell you this, that lawyer, that attorney for weakness that's in your head is smarter and better at debate and discourse than you could ever hope to be. That lawyer knows just what to say. We all look for toughness. We all want it, but we look for it in a comfortable environment. You will not find toughness in a comfortable environment. Those of you who are listening to this, whoever hear this, you will not find it. I will try and look for it everywhere. The only way you find it is to drown yourself in a position where you're just out of sorts, where you can't swim and you're drowning. You're drowning. You're drowning in life. But you say, you know what, man? Fuck that. I'm gonna figure out how to fucking backstroke or fucking something. If you want some kind of a good outcome, you're gonna have to work hard for it. If you don't work hard for something, you're not gonna get an outcome that's really worth much. It's just life. Wake up. Well, it still sucks. It's just life. You don't sit back and oh my God, like I have days I don't want to do it, but I know I'm gonna do it. From years of just doing it. What I do tell people is to get after it. That's what I tell people, to get after it. I tell people to do the things that they know they're supposed to do. Right? There's things that you know you're supposed to do as a human being. That you know are going to improve your life. Do those things. I wake up like, man, my knees hurt, my legs hurt, my body hurts, but you can still run. So why aren't you running? If you can still run, there'll be a time when you can't lace them up anymore, but you can still run. So I still run. When the time comes I can't run, the body will say, you just can't run. But if I can still do something, that willpower that I have created, it makes me do it every fucking day. For me, always taking action, making something happen. It doesn't have to be huge. It doesn't have to be some mammoth, that you're going to go and pursue. But if you say, hey, listen, this is what happened, didn't go the way we wanted it to, we're going to get our gear back on, we're going to go back out, we're going to do this other mission. What builds a human being is you start with the small building blocks. Before you know it, man, you become something that it doesn't even make sense to most people because it's just who you are now. That's why I can still run at 50 at 49 with broke down knees, a broke down body. Because my body knows you still can. Therefore, I do. The second you stop, the willpower is gone. Taking action, and it's in your personal life too. Something doesn't go the way you wanted it to go. You didn't get the job you wanted. You didn't get the hire. You didn't get the promotion. You can go home and sit there and dwell on it. That's not getting you any progress. Or you say, okay, you know what? We do a quick analysis. Why didn't I get that promotion? Oh, it's because I didn't get this qualification, or I hadn't jumped through this gate. Okay, cool. What do I need? Let me look into how do I get to jump through that gate so next time I will get the promotion. You start taking action. So action for me is a cure for a lot of problems that we have in life. Maybe you're a piece of shit. Maybe you want to be nobody. Maybe you're happy exactly where you are in life, because obviously you are. Maybe you don't have the determination to be somebody better than who you are. And if you want to live with that, I'll support you in that. If you're good at being who you are, and every day you wake up, and every day you smell like shit because you can't wash your body well, and your skin's messed up because your health's so bad, and you can't put your clothes on right, you need help with that. You help when I was there, I need help wiping my ass. Makes you feel good. I can say to you. So knowing and understanding when something's important or not is a very good skill. And again, it's a skill that's directly related to detachment. Because when you're in that relationship, this is another thing I've been telling people lately. The solution to your problem is not going to be found in the problem. It's not going to be found in there. You have to get out of the problem so that you can look at it, make an assessment, and you can assess how to solve the problem or whether you need to solve the problem or not. I mean, there's a lot of things in my life right now where I shrug my shoulders and go, okay. Someone's saying this. Okay. It gets real small when you're lazy and you're fat. Your will is so small that they don't have any, and you can't give it to them. There has to be something. This is what I'm talking about now, because this isn't a hack. This has to be in you. Something in you has to wake up, and usually the only person that can wake it up is you. You don't get discipline from your parents. Your parents, from your grandparents, from your older brothers and sisters. You don't get discipline from an external source. You have to get it from you. That's what self-discipline is. You get it from yourself. You get it from you. If you don't have a little flame, just barely, you're done. I can't light it for you. And that's the harsh reality of this life that I want to get across so fucking bad. You can watch me, you can watch you, you can watch fucking Rogan, Cameron Hayes, all these motherfuckers. You can go to Tony Robbins's fucking bullshit, all this shit. You do all this shit. If you could keep going back and keep spending money and spending money and spending money with no results, you can wonder, wow, maybe let me go try out David Goggins. He ain't gonna fucking help you.
Do you have any advice to men that are getting older and becoming chronically aware of that?
Yeah, lift weights, do jiu-jitsu, go for runs, stretch out, eat good, stop drinking. Pretty straightforward. If you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. Every day that you don't do work, you're going backwards, and it definitely will hurt you, and it'll show up. You can't get away with what you got away with when you were 23. It doesn't work. You have to stay ahead of it. You have to explore, examine the insides of yourself, and what do you really want out of life? Your friend, a lot of people out here just don't fucking want it. Guess what? Have fun with your life. Go from 3 to 350 to 400 to 450 to 500. You don't want it. And that's the harsh reality. As I've said since day one, it's motivation is a feeling that comes and goes, and it doesn't matter whether it's there or not. Discipline is infinitely more important. So no matter how you feel, get up and do what you're supposed to do. That's it. And that's discipline. It's not motivation. If you only did what you were supposed to do when you were motivated to do it, that's leaving it to chance. But if you're disciplined, you go do what you're supposed to do. That's the way it works. I can't give you shit. You can't give them shit. I can give you ideas. But in the day, when I was losing the weight, to miserably wake up every morning in the cold, because it was Indiana, November, it started. I was miserable. This is your new life. Take it or leave it. There's no happiness about it. There's no peace behind it. I don't think a bunch. Like when my alarm clock goes off, I don't think a bunch. I don't debate with myself. I'm not negotiating. I just, the thing goes off and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. It sucks. It just fucking sucks. And that's the one thing, if I could teach anybody anything, it just fucking sucks. And it's going to continue to suck. And then one day you get to a special part in your life that it might get a little bit better. But to lose the weight you have to lose, my friend, sorry, it's going to suck every fucking day. When you go and work out, you're going to feel better. You will get energy from working out. That is a guarantee. If you go work out, you're going to feel better. If you go break a sweat, you're going to feel better. You're going to get more energy from it. And look, you got to go really, really hard to where now you feel more tired when you're done. And even that, I mean, you got to go psycho. I'll do that occasionally, but I don't do that on a daily basis. When you're 300 pounds, you're going to go out to lose weight, you probably get injured. So then you got to work on the injury. Then you get even more depressed. This is what I went through. And then you're hungry because now you're depressed. It's just a vicious cycle. And if you're not strong mentally, and you have no willpower, you're gonna continue falling back in this hole versus the man that sits back and goes, all right, motherfucker, this is why I cuss. This is what is in me. This is what it took for me to be me. Sorry. It didn't take, hey, okay, we're gonna do this today. No, this fucking really sucks. This is real, dude. Framing the way you're looking at things and seeing opportunities instead of seeing punishments and instead of seeing downturns in your life, seeing opportunities, it's going to have such a much better impact on the way you day you wake up, you're gonna probably be set back for the first 4 weeks before you lose just significant weight because of the mind's gonna be fucking with you the whole time. There's no dopamine. There's no dopamine in there at 300 pounds. You got nothing. Your hormones are shot. You have to envision something that is more powerful than you. Something has to get you out of bed. And you have to create it. It has to be false. Because you're not it. You're a bad piece of shit. And that's the reality of it. So you have to create a false reality. To live in that. Just to get to work on yourself. You want to be more disciplined? Get after it. That's it. Get up early. Do some kind of workout. Eat good foods. Clean your room. Make a list of things that you're supposed to do in your life. And then wake up in the morning and do those things that you put on the list. That's what discipline is. No, it is not easy. You're not going to get it from anyone else but you. It's worth it. And it is the thing that is going to bring you freedom. You're not looking at the truth in front of you. The truth in front of you is it sucks. It's painful. It's fucking mind-numbing. And that is the truth. And that's why a lot of people don't like listening to me. Because this is what it takes. Creating another voice and sometimes going at it alone. All the time going at it alone because no one's going to believe it. You don't have enough time. No one does. No one has enough time. It's a finite commodity. And we're all running out of time. That is why we can't waste any time. Can't waste time sitting around and doing nothing. Can't waste time scrolling through social media. You can't waste time flipping through the various streaming movies that are available to you. You can't do that. You can't waste time. Not a second. In fact, what you need to do every chance you get is you need to make time.
You wake up in the morning, it's cold, it's wet, it's dark, you've got no cartilage in your knee, you've got shitty shorts, whatever it is that's the issue today.
Keep talking.
You've got these problems, right?
I need you to keep talking about what you were just saying.
It's warm on the couch. Your missus says stay in bed. It's comfy, it's cozy. You've got work later on. You had an argument last night. You're slightly hungover.
I know every motherfucker ain't gonna do what I'm gonna do. You need to make time. You need to get up earlier. You need to pick up the pace when you're going to your car. Maybe even jog a little bit. Rest less between your sets when you're working out. Focus harder when you're at work so you can get the job done faster. Put a schedule together and compress your meetings and your calls. See where you can save 3 minutes, 5 minutes, or 10 minutes. Faster with more efficiency and maximum effectiveness. You save those 3 minutes, you save those 5 minutes, and those minutes add up. Because I know there's so many people that have the ability and just refuse to get off that couch. Refuse to study a few more hours. Refuse to go deeper, to go further. And that's where I gain the advantage. And those minutes become hours and days and weeks. That is how you make time. So get that sense of urgency and go get after it. Guess what happens? That alarm clock goes off at 4 a.m. It's Train. I don't want to be a SEAL today. I don't want to be whatever today. I'll start tomorrow. And that's the usual pattern of people's lives. That's why I talk about clearing out the mind. Until you really want to do something, you always get to be a talker. You always get to run your fucking mouth.
Do you want to do this or not? Which is what I think a lot of it boils down to. Do you actually want to do this or not? Do you actually want to do this or not? Because if you actually want to do it, what's going to stop you? Nothing. And if you don't really want to do it, what's going to stop you? Just about anything that comes up. Just about any obstacle that gets in your way becomes an excuse. It becomes a reason. It becomes a rationale for not proceeding down that path.
So if you wake up in the morning and you don't want to do something, you don't care enough about yourself. And that's what you need to really research is, man, why am I not doing this for myself? Because that is the number one purpose in life, is to better oneself.
Go do something that's hard. Go try and accomplish something that's hard. You may win, you may lose, you may succeed, you may fail. I'll tell you what, you'll be better. If you avoid those things that are hard, if you don't accept that challenge, if you don't step up and step into that cold water, and you sit on your couch and eat Doritos, this is not a good move.
Your brain is the most powerful weapon. I talk about that in one of these chapters. Your brain is the most powerful weapon in the world. Once you put away your phones and your computers and all that shit we have nowadays, that's great. We're up to date. But your brain is the only thing you have when you're going through depression, when you're going through hard times, you're going through death, real life shit. You can't Google that shit, man. You're alone.
Just get up. Move towards that challenge, whatever that challenge is. Move towards that challenge and go attack it. And you may be successful and you may not be successful, but you will be better. And the next challenge, you're more prepared for. And the challenge after that, you're going to be even more prepared for.
You may have a shrink you're going to, you may have a best friend you're going to, but there's 24 hours in the day where you're alone in this brain, and your brain is talking to you in all kind of ways, and it wants to control you and pull you in these different pockets. If you can't control your own brain and your brain controls you, you're fucked. You got to tell your brain where you want to go and how you want to go and how you want to get there. You got to control it. If not, it's over.
Feel motivated right now, you might not feel motivated in 15 minutes. Therefore, I can't rely on it. So I'm not going to put any money on just being motivated because it doesn't really matter to me. So the daily actions that I take aren't from motivation. They're just from discipline. Like I said earlier, I'm not going to get up and go through some big debate about, well, do I really feel like doing this? No, I don't feel like doing it, but it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to go do it.
When I was losing 106 pounds in 3 months, the first 2 months or first 2 weeks, it's like I was gaining weight. I would lose a pound, gain 2. So I was just failing. I kept failing. So I had to teach myself how to fail right. And what that means is when I fail, I can't spend much time in that fail zone. I have to be able to get up and get after the next day just as fast, because my goal was to be a Navy SEAL. I don't have time to stay here and feel bad for myself for weeks and months and years, because I'll lose that time. So the big thing is know that if you have big goals and big dreams, along the way, failure is going to happen. So how fast do you get up from that? And you got to teach yourself that.
How many times do you have to hear, if nothing changes, nothing changes? Right? We all have heard this. I don't even know where it comes from. I heard that first when I was 10 years old. If nothing changes, nothing changes. And yet somehow we expect things to change. We expect things to change. You think you're going to get in better shape. You think you're going to get more money. You think your relationship is going to improve. You think you're going to get promoted. You think you're going to get a raise. You think the world is going to get better without you doing anything. But it isn't.
But the biggest key to success in anything you do is you gotta have an unlimited supply of fucking fuck you. It's drive and passion, and it may come from nothing. Like for me, there was no passion, no drive, no nothing. But I had this fire that I'm gonna be somebody. And it has to be there because on all those bad days and all those days you don't want to do shit, you have to be your own motivator, your own coach, your own trainer, your own everything. So to do that, you have to come into work, and work is whatever your work may be, ready to go.
Nothing is going to change unless you change what you're doing. Change the junk food that you're eating. Change the time that you wake up.